Matthew Stuckey here from Verity Baptist Church, Manila, providing you with another missionary update. And so this past week was, a great week. We had 84 salvations. We had another strong attendance, and we had about 70% of the church out soul winning. And, even though we had 70% this last week, pretty much everybody who comes to our church goes soul winning at least sometimes. And, some people go every single week and multiple times during the week, which is great. And, we've had a lot of new visitors, both from soul winning and also people hearing about the church and people in town visiting who are online listeners or whatever. And that's been great. And so things are going really well here. And in terms of the sermons that were preached, on Wednesday I preached on John chapter 6. The second half of it was called The Eucharist Exposed. And so that's the chapter that the Catholics really like to go to, talking about the Eucharist. And we showed, left, right, and down the center, that passage does not teach that, it literally turns into the body and blood of Jesus once it enters your mouth, as they teach. And it also shows very clearly, or we talked about how it's very clear that taking communion has nothing to do with salvation. It's just a picture of the death of Jesus, but it's not actually your salvation, as they teach. And we showed many reasons why. And then on Sunday morning, I continued our series on the Pentecostal agenda, and we talked about mocking Christianity. And so one of the big goals, one of the big agendas of the Pentecostal church is simply to mock Christianity, mock the things of God. And it makes Christianity to be a laughing stock, and people look at it and they realize it's not sincere, they realize it's a circus and everything like that, and that is one of their goals. And then I also talked, in the next sermon I preached on the characters of Ruth, we talked about Orpah. And so this has been an exciting series for me to preach. And honestly, a lot of people have given compliments on these sermons, and these aren't necessarily the ones that get you the most views on YouTube, but they're kind of the sermons that really help people change people's lives. And so we're looking through 5 characters in the book of Ruth, and we talked about Orpah. We looked at her life. And when you really study the Bible closely, there's actually quite a bit of information you can find out about her. And we're going to continue that series next week. We'll talk about Naomi. And so, it's been a very good, exciting series. And I'll probably end up doing the characters of Esther sometime as well, and maybe some other similar series, because really seem to be very helpful for people. And in terms of a few other things, we've had a few problems with our live stream. People have turned in, like our Wednesday night service, the live stream didn't work, and I know people were looking forward to hearing the sermon, or some people were, and they weren't able to. And then on Sunday the broadcast was interrupted a little bit, and we're working on these difficulties. We're at a new building now, and there's various challenges whenever you go to a new place. And we came here and the internet was doing well. It wasn't doing bad, but there's kind of some problems because we were using portable Wi-Fi, and which we can still use that for other situations as we go preach at other places or have soul winning events and things like that. But then we decided to get internet in this place, and so that was working okay, but then we had problems, and then we had them come in here and fix it. But then Globe is just having a problem within the surrounding area. It's not just here, but anywhere it's hard to get reception with Globe. And so that's something we're working through, and we're looking at alternative solutions to that as well. But just be patient with us for a little while. If you're in America and on Saturday night you watch our sermons on Sunday, our Sunday morning sermons, you watch it on Saturday night in America, or if you're in one of these countries or areas where we're not able to have a great church and this is kind of a backup option for church, you listen to the sermons. And just be patient with us. Obviously, we're posting these sermons on YouTube as well, but we're just kind of working through some of these difficulties, and it shouldn't be long. We'll be able to get it figured out and everything like that. And also, a big event we have coming up is this Sunday. It's Family and Friend Day, and so all of us at church have worked really hard, and sometimes you just need a chance just to have a little bit of a break in fellowship. And so we're still having church, we're still having soul winning, but we're going to move it up like 15 to 30 minutes, and we're going to get done a little bit earlier. So at 5 p.m. we're going to be playing basketball for the men. For the ladies, they're going to be playing volleyball, and we're going to have some snacks provided. So we're going to have a good time of fellowship. So if you visited our church before and you're kind of within the surrounding area, hey, this is a great chance to check it out again. Come by, check out our new building. It's going to be a great time of basketball, a great time of volleyball. We're all going to have fun. It's going to be a great time. So come out, and we appreciate the prayers. Thank you, and God bless.